Hey, everyone. How's it going? Hi. So excited to have you guys on. Hey, Ash, what's up? I'm obsessed. Like liquid diet over here. I'm like, oh, I'll just have another shake today. So that's just what I drink. Shakes and freaking pro bars. Who else is obsessed with their Thrive that's like all you consume now? I'm like, oh, good.
Don't need anything else.
Pro bars, shakes multiple times a day. Throw some beef jerky in there and you're good to go.
Yeah, totally. No wonder why I've lost 30 pounds.
Oh my gosh, you look
Hi.
amazing. That's so
The
exciting.
best part is that I feel skinny. You know how like you can lose weight, but then
Yes.
you don't feel skinny? I'm like, oh, I feel skinny today.
Yes, I do. I was trying on clothes Friday and I don't like clothes shopping. And you know how it is, we're girls, like nothing ever feels right. And I like literally felt like for the first time ever, I felt like things were fitting. And I was like, okay, I can't make this stuff up. It's the only thing I've done different is the Thrive. Like, are you being serious right now? It's crazy. But I am going to do a live. Some people have been asking about weight loss and a plateau and all that. So that's coming. So it's on my list of stuff. So I'll do it. I think I'm going to do something specifically. Let me know in the comments. Would it be helpful if I did a general group on weight loss plateaus and rocking the fab life for everyone? Or would you guys like something specific from a nutritionist that you can send to your Thrive prospects or customers to say, hey, because I'm going to do one on candida and all that stuff, but would it be helpful to have something in your tool belt to send to your Thrive people that are not losing the weight? Because we're also creating an email series right now. All the leaders on our team are working on it, the content. We're going to create an email sequence that you'll be able to plug your customers into. And so when they get to that 1 month mark, we want to suggest that they upgrade their patch because that's actually going to help them to continue to lose weight. So we're putting some stuff in play for you guys right now. But we were just a little crazy with the whole, starting the team. So we're working on it. But I love that you guys are like all on. I feel like we need to like take a picture. I'm going to take a picture because usually there's like
Can
this.
I just test? Can I test out my volume? Because someone said I sounded really far away. So
It's
do I
really
sound
good
better?
today. Yeah, Monday night. Okay,
Okay,
guys,
good.
Bill, recruiting.
Yay!
Yay. Um,
Send that to me.
okay, I will. I'll just post it in the group.
Yes, post it for all.
Okay. If you guys have a better one, you can post it. So your volume sounds great to me, but yeah, it was a little quieter Monday night.
Okay.
But I have that
I'm using headphones right now, so I don't know if it's because of
oh,
that or
it's
I
like,
turned down my volume
no,
to
it's
because I
good.
was trying to be quiet. Okay, good.
Okay, and I'm
We're
going to check
good.
the chat. So welcome on. I'm so proud of you guys for completing that challenge. I think it's awesome. I love it. And Kristen, you sound really far away. She doesn't sound far away to me, but maybe that's, I'm not sure. Oh, it's better now. Okay,
That's
cool.
why okay, cool.
And then Thrive prospects, please. Okay. And then the way I think I have a plateau video somewhere anyways that I can just put and rock in the fab life for you guys. So I can recycle some content. All right, we're going to jump in. So Kristen's going to kick it off. What we're going to do is Kristen, Lindsay, and I are going to share with you recruiting secrets. I am just going to go over, just share with you like people that have joined the team. I legit want to just say to you like, oh, this is how I connected with this person. This is how I connected with this person to show you like in real life, like where people are coming from that we're making connections with. So I'll have Kristen start first. She's going to share, we're all just have our kind of own spin on this that we wanted to share with you what has worked with us. And I just will just say it is a skill you can develop. Okay.
Yeah.
So if it's like, I'm just not a recruiter, I'm not a closer. It's a skill you can develop. And once you start to view it as non-salesy and more like relationship building and make that shift, you'll get there. You might not be there right now, but just learning this kind of stuff and implementing what you're learning from us is really going to help you out a lot. So let me see if I can pin you.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay.
Hello.
Don't mind my eyebrows, guys. I just got them microbladed today. It's been something I've been wanting to do forever. So yeah, it's all good. Okay, so one tip I'm just gonna throw out there, it's not really part of it, but it's coming from a point where like you don't want to seem desperate for the sale, like you're offering them something amazing. That's how I always approach it. So anyways, I feel like that helps me in closing. So that might be for another training. But anyways, I'm going to talk to you about how I feel like I've been maximizing attraction marketing on social media and how I've been able to get a lot of eyeballs on my things, and how we talked about it a little bit yesterday about being present on both platforms. So I was really able to grow my attraction marketing really fast once I started being hyper-focused and no excuses, like all in posting on social media. So I'm like, oh, initially I thought, oh, that's so easy. I post on Facebook every day. And then I was like realizing that I wasn't doing it, or it wasn't like good stuff. And I was like, okay, I need to revamp. I need to take a look at this, and I need to do a better job of this, because this is the bread and butter of my business. This is where I'm sharing everything. So I was actually just talking to Michelle, someone just before I jumped on here, and I was like, she's like, how do you do that? So how do you attract the people that you want to attract into your business as, you know, business builders, as promoters, and as customers? So you're not just trying to throw out a fishing line and catch any fish in the water. That's not what you're trying to do. You want to attract specific people that are going to do this and stick with it and run with this. And that's why I feel like I've been having success, because I target my audience. So I have a very specific audience that I target, that I know, like when I post on Facebook and when I do my live videos, I'm like talking to them. Like, these are the people that I'm talking to. These are the people that I'm thinking of. So just to give you a little example, before I thought, oh, I'm going to target special needs moms because I'm a special needs mom. My son has autism. And so when I started, it's funny when you start doing this and when you start thinking about who you're trying to attract, those people do come to you. And I had these special needs moms coming to me. And then they were like, oh yeah, but I'm too busy. I can't even leave my house. I can't do this, that, and the other thing because of my special needs child. And I was like, whoa, I'm not attracting the right people to my business, because I'm attracting those people, and those people have every excuse in the world not to do the business. So obviously I need to reframe this. I need to think about who I want to attract. What are they, male or female? So I'm attracting females personally, women, moms specifically, moms who are driven. So it's not just any mom off the street, because, you know, we know mom life is crazy, but I want someone like me that has a desire to build something else other than just being a mom. I know what they like to do. So like, what does my target audience enjoy doing? What do they want out of their life or business? What are their pain points? What is the reason why they would want to build a business or take a product like Thrive to enhance their life? And then what are their goals? So I have all of this. And what helped me when I was first starting doing this is I literally cut out a picture in a magazine, and I had this lady and I gave her a name, and she was like my best friend. And I avatared her. It's called avataring someone. I avatared her. I was like, this is the person. These are the people that I want to attract in my business as business builders and customers. So when you think about it, if they have every single criteria on that list that you've created for your target audience, they're your business builder. This is the ideal person that you want to be in your business. So for me, it's someone like me. So that's my best friend. That's my ideal person. They have all the criteria that I'm looking for in my avatar. If they're missing a couple criteria, but they still have quite a few, they're my customers. That's how I look at it. They might not have the entrepreneurial spirit, but they're my customer. They're still looking for something. So I avatar my target audience, and I think about who I'm talking to when I post on social media and when I do my lives. So I am very consistent. You guys know this. I was doing one live a week, and I made that commitment to myself for a month. Then I added a second live on Monday. So I go live Mondays and Wednesdays. And I made that promise to myself, and I continue to do it. So being consistent on social media and knowing who you're talking to is very important. You're doing 2 posts a week with selfie in there, with the story about, you know, with your avatar in mind, what you're going through, your journey. You're taking them on your journey, whether it be your wellness journey or your business journey or whatever journey you want to take them on. You're bringing them along for that. People want to know what you're doing. We're nosy, we're curious. You're doing a curiosity post a week. Facebook Lives, I do 2 a week now. 1 post on Instagram. We touched on this on Monday. And at least 1 post in your stories on Instagram, so you're present on both platforms. Always remembering who you're trying to attract when you're doing these posts. And of course, posting in Facebook stories. So you just want to remember that you're not just slapping something on Facebook just to be like, oh my gosh, I just need to post something today. You want to plan out your content. And this is what I said before. I plan out my content on Sundays. So I think of what I'm going to post for the week as best I can, just to have an idea of what I'm going to talk about for my live and who I'm talking to. So if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments because I'm going to close this out. But you want to be present on both platforms. Yes, Instagram. If you're more comfortable with Facebook, Instagram once, and on Instagram once, and then Instagram stories at least once a day. And I recycle my content like we talked about on Monday. But targeting who you want. So I really want you this week to think about what kind of people do you want to attract in your business? And you have to give it a lot of thought, because those are the people that you're going to be bringing in to your life. They're going to be the people that they're going to feel that you're talking to them. I don't post anything negative on Facebook. It's all positive and happy, because I want positive and happy people that want to thrive, right? And I want people that are excited about life and want to do something more than just being a mother for me. So that's why I'm attracting a lot of women. I don't really go after the men. I go after moms that are driven and want more and want to feel great and want to have all of these time freedom and all of these things, right? So that's kind of just a little nugget of how I'm attracting these people on social media. And I get a lot of messages from people, you guys. I get messages from people or comments being like, oh, I wish I could do that, or I want to know how you're doing that. I get a lot of messages on the back end in Facebook Messenger saying, I just had a gut feeling I had to reach out to you. Like, what? Like, they don't even know what I'm doing. They're like, I just need to know what you're doing because I had a gut feeling I need to talk to you. I need to know what you're doing, because I'm being present and I'm being consistent on social media, and they're looking for someone like me. Not only am I attracting them, but they're looking for someone like me also. So it's just a little plan for you guys for your social media. And I would consider that doing your homework this week, kind of thinking of who you want to attract. If you haven't thought about that before, now is a good time, because that will help you build your business on social media.
Amazing. One thing too that you said, Kristen, well, there was lots of good stuff there that I really liked is, oh, there's Lindsay, is that you said about figure out who your target market is, but also figure out who she isn't. And I know a lot of you have yellow personalities in you. If you haven't read the book, The Color Personalities, go read that book. It's super short. You can just get on Audible, knock it out. And the yellow, I'm yellow. Lindsay has a lot of yellow in her too. We're helpers. Like, we love people. We like want to just like save the world. Well, what happens is sometimes when you are that way, you're like, I want to help that mom. I want to help that mom like get back on her feet or have some money. And then you attract people who are broke, who won't spend a dime on a motor pack. And you're like, well, wait, I'm trying to help them. But you say to yourself, I still want to help that mom who wants to get her business going, but she's willing to find the money. She's willing to sell something, put it on her credit card and work her tail off to pay it off when the invoice comes in.
100%.
Don't you think? Like, because some of you are running into that, or you'll bring on someone and you're like, everyone they know, they don't have money. Then redefine their target market.
Yes. And just a little addition to that is when you're doing that, it might take you some time. So like, you guys, I developed my avatar and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this. And I felt so excited and so passionate about it. And then I was getting these messages and I was like, wait, like Sally doesn't have money and she has like an autistic son and she can't leave the house and she can't do this and all these can'ts. And I don't want people that have a big butt. So I want people that are like, no excuses. So I was like, oh, so then I was like going back, you might have to go back again and reassess your avatar and be like, what am I attracting that I don't want? And you have to eliminate that. And so I had to go back and readjust, because I was like, yeah, I got my avatar. I know how I'm targeting it's going to be awesome. They're all going to want to join because they're going to have time freedom and they're going to be able to stay home with their special needs kids. And then I was like, oh, that's not right. Okay. I got to go back and readjust. So you might have to, tweak it a little bit. It's not going to be like a one and done kind of thing. You're going to have to really assess and be honest with yourself. Am I attracting the right people? What did I say that might have given the message? Just a little tweak. And so when I still talk about my son, but I don't focus on him. He is a part of my story. And so once I tweak that, now it's just like, okay, this is awesome.
Yeah. Oh man, you just said something else too. I was going to say, your homework. So if you guys are taking notes, your homework is to figure out your avatar. I'd love to see a picture if you can find, like she said, she knows what that person looks like, and you guys can share it in the group. I'll put the replay of this in there. I'd love for you guys to do that. Okay. I don't know.
Put a little bit about them. Like, what are their pain points? What do they want? Like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
I'm like that too, Kristen. I'm like, I just got to focus on the ladies. It just works for me. There's no issues there. Like a Justin Prince, AKA.
Yeah.
On that note, there's a story with that. I'll tell you girls about that later. So Lindsay, why don't you share, and I just love how you had some success with LuLaRoe, Monat, but like you are just have done a 180 with your recruiting. So I would love to hear just kind of that shift that you've had. Are you unmuted?
Am I? I am.
You're good.
Okay. So you say I had success. I recruited one person with LuLaRoe.
Really?
Yeah. But a lot of with LuLaRoe, like it was your own personal sales, but that's not scalable at all. And that's what the beauty is of this business that we're in. Lavelle takes care of all our logistics. Lavelle takes care of, you could enroll 100 people tomorrow. They're going to handle all the volume. You don't have to, like, and we have processes and systems. So recruiting is something that you can focus on, which is really cool. And you can spend more time on that because you don't have to be selling inventory. You just have to be finding the people who are looking for your products and the people who are looking to join your team. I love what Kristen said about understanding who that person is and who they're not. But what if you don't have any of those people on your profile, right? What if you have all the special needs moms? Because that's like who you are and that's who you've been hanging out with. And you're like Kimberly or I, and you have 200 friends. When you join Facebook, you're like, oh my gosh, I posted like 3 times a year, pictures of my kids, and then like their birthdays. Like that's it. So where do you find them? So this is kind of what I had to do when I was getting started, because I took Kimberly's boot camp and she said, go out and friend these people. And I started friending people and they started saying to me, like local people in my towns and my neighborhoods and friends of friends, and they started saying, are you trying to sell me things? And I was like, ugh, yes, really embarrassed. Because I totally was trying to sell you something. And so I'm like, okay, I need to figure out where are going to be people who want to network. Where are going to be people who want to build business, and finding those communities. And some are paid and some are free. So for instance, I am part of a local networking moms groups. My avatar is also moms, right? My whole mission is to provide hope through impact. And so I have honed in and gotten really clear on who it is I serve, just like Kristen talked about, so that I can recruit those people. I want to bring hope to the people who are either at home with their children and they're like, oh my God, I need to make money and I just don't know what I'm doing. Or the people who are in jobs and they are really struggling with that balance between being an employee and being a mom, and they would love to have a home-based business, but they don't think they can. They just don't know. They don't even know where to begin. And so that's who I want to target. So where I go, where they're hanging out. So we have a group called the Naperville Networking Business Group or something like that. Naperville Moms Networking Business Group. So what I started doing is, as soon as I was doing all of these live videos for the people on my profile, I was then in turn turning around and sharing those into the groups. So that's value-based content, and it's piquing their interest. So they're coming back over and funding me, which is really cool because you are not having to sell to them right away. They're kind of self-selecting themselves. And you're building this whole audience of the right type of people who want to join your team or buy your products. And so I have that Moms Networking group, and there's so many of them out there, you guys. There's like Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs. It's like 300,000 people. Tanya Eliza has a group called Build Like a Boss. You can't go in there, though, and start talking about your products. You have to go in there with the idea to serve them. And so don't pick 20 of them. Don't pick 25 groups and try to be in these groups, because that's all you'll do all day long. Like, that's what I was trying to do. But, go and find some of these things, and you might have a local one for you, which is great, because then it's like people who are close by you and you seem more relatable just because you live in the same town. And, if you do build your team around you, then you can get together and you can have that culture right on your team. I know we have our team trainings, but it's cool to also be around the people, just like we saw when we were at convention. So going in there and focusing in on providing some value. So if you're doing Facebook Lives and they allow you to share them into those groups, some of the bigger ones won't, but some of these smaller ones might. You're going to be able to do that and make connections with people. The thing is we heard this from Fraser Brooks, right? Turn strangers into friends and friends into customers and business partners. So making those connections up front is a huge recruiting strategy for me. I'm making a lot of connections with a lot of people all the time. And then and adding value, commenting on things. Like somebody asks a question, go ahead and answer it. So maybe you go into 2 or 3 groups a day. If you guys only have 15, 20 minutes to do this, and you're looking through at some of the posts and things and you're responding to people. And then you can add them as friends and you're not so weird, right? You're not. I mean, because a lot of times people are like, oh, you're trying to friend me? Like they're trying to sell me something, especially if we're both in a networking group together. And so like I said, also paid groups. So I'm part of Rank Makers, which is a paid community. You're not allowed to prospect other rank makers. However, I've had other people who are rank makers who have joined my team. I think Elisa and I met in that group. Because she's like, I'm trying to remember how I found you. So, but that's okay if you make a connection with somebody in that group and you build a relationship and then they come to you and say, like Kristen's getting, I want you to tell me about your business. That's okay. You're not going in there with the intention of, I'm going to prospect everybody in this community. You're going in there with the intention of making these connections with people. And I've told Kimberly all the time, I have a very long-term strategy. I'm very patient in the long term. Yes, I will prospect people right off the bat, but if they don't say yes right away, then I'm going to continue to build rapport with them, because it might be a no right now and not a no forever. And also with certain people, if I don't feel like the vibe is going in the direction that I feel comfortable going in for the kill, I may continue. Sometimes it's 2 days, sometimes it's 2 months. You guys, there's no single script that is going to work across everybody. You have to get comfortable starting to really want to hone in on getting to know people and understanding when you can kind of, pitch the, what am I trying to say, propose. When you can ask them out on the date, you're not going to, some people you can go right in with them because they're very direct, they're very to the point. They're like, hey, what do you do? And you're like, oh, well, I happen to do this. Have you ever heard of it? I'd be happy to share it with you. And you can prospect them right off the bat. Other people, you're going to get a little bit to know more. You're going to romance them a little bit more. And then you're going to say, hey, would you like to take a look at what I've got? And sometimes if there's people that I've been friends with for a really long time and I never actually brought it up, and now it seems almost awkward, I will identify that elephant in the room. I will say, hey, you know what? This is kind of out of left field, but I realize I have never told you what I did. And I've noticed that you're into healthy living, and I actually sell nutritional supplements. You might have some that you already love, but if not, I would love to share what I've been using with you, because it's been so incredible in my life for these things. Like, I've improved my sleep. I have way more energy. I'm starting to lose weight that I was struggling with since I had my second child. If you're not open to it, that's okay. I just thought I'd throw it out there because I realized we had never talked about it. And it's really a lot less awkward for them when you're calling that out. So, and you can do that with recruiting. Hey, I don't know if you're in a business already. I see that you do some stuff online with affiliate marketing or whatever. If you can't tell if they're in an MLM, but I would love to share with you what I'm doing. If you've ever thought about network marketing, if you've ever thought about maybe making some money from home, would that be something you'd be open to taking a look at? And so you're going in there in kind of like a nonchalant way, and you're giving them an out so there's no pressure, so that people are not like, because you've just told them it's okay if they say no. Which now most people are like, okay, yeah, I'll take a look. Because I've already told you it's okay to say no. Like, I'm giving you permission to say no to me up front, so they're more likely to say yes to you, because they don't feel threatened that if they go too far down the road with you, you're gonna freak out if they say no. Because you've already been like, it's totally cool. It's totally cool, but I'd be happy to share. So that's one of my strategies, is bring it up in nonchalant ways. Sometimes I'm also mumbling about it. I know this is something Diane Hoffman says, is the mumble. Right? And so there'll be a lot of times I'll be talking with somebody and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I have got to run, got to jump on my team call, or, I've got to go enroll a new business partner and we're meeting in 5 minutes. So if you ever want to know sometime about what I do, I'd be happy to share. And then I'm gone. And so people are like, what? Huh? What just happened? And they are interested then in what you're doing, because 1, you're busy, and 2, you're saying it in such a nonchalant way and you're just kind of throwing it into conversation like somebody would do in their profession normally. We make network marketing like this weird thing where we're like uncomfortable talking about it. But if you were like a doctor, you'd be like, oh, hey, I got to go. I've got my next appointment coming in. And nobody else would think that was weird. But in network marketing, we're like, oh, don't talk about the business. It's like Fight Club. We don't talk about First Rule of Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club. So it's okay to throw it in. And I think when you're having those one-on-one conversations with people where it's not weird and you're not like, hey, and I'm trying to pressure you into joining me. So I'm going to keep this conversation going. You're like, no, I got to go. I got to go. And then you're going to naturally entice people into finding out more information. And that's going to put you in a position of more posture because now they're coming back to you. Just like when Kristen's getting people saying, I have to know what you're doing, she's already sold them. They've sold themselves. All she needs to do is get them to pull the credit card out and enter it in the back office. Because by the time they've reached out to her to say that, they're mentally sold on what they're doing. And the last thing I do, so I said I build rapport even after they would say, you know, even after people say no, I continue to build rapport because I've had people tell me no, and then months later come back and be like, you know, I changed my mind. I really do need that. Really do need that because I keep showing up and I keep building rapport, and I have that patience to continue to do that with them. Now, I'm not reaching out to them every day because they've already told me no, but I'm just continuing to build the rapport, and I follow up until they buy or die. or join the team, or absolutely say to me, Lindsay, I wish you would please stop contacting me about this. I never want to hear about it again. Go away. Like, then, you know, I'm not going to sell to them. But I've been telling people that. I mean, it's something that Ray Higdon said, like, I follow up until they pass away. And so I was like, well, it rhymes. So I love that. I follow up until they buy or die. And so I don't have to bring in as many new prospects because I'm following up with people so much that I'm always touching people that are potentially have at least seen or expressed some interest at some point, or I've touched them on the products. So it makes it easier. It's that I don't have to go out and prospect 57,000 people a day and just be like, oh, I never follow up with them. I just prospect 57,000 new people a day. It's fine. No, I'm like, I'm gonna prospect these people, and then I'm gonna keep following up. And then I'm gonna prospect some more new people. I'm gonna keep following up, and then to follow up, and then follow up, and then follow up. And I'm like, are you ready yet? I mean, I don't say it like that. You guys know that. We have a strategy for following up. You have reasons to follow up with people, invite them to new things. But seriously, like once they're in my web, they're gonna buy or they're gonna die. One of these two things is gonna happen.
Good to know. What about, Lindsay, what about, can you touch on real quick to finish about customers upgrading to promoters? Because think about it, you guys, if you have happy customers, customers are residual income for life. So like, we don't want to get kidnappers, but people who legit are maybe already in network marketing, loving the product or looking at the business. How do you bring that up? Has that been happening naturally where you're checking in and they're like, I'd like to know more about the business, or do you at some point bring it up?
A little of both. So with certain people, they have seen the growth of our team, and that there's been a natural conversation about, you know what, I actually think now that I'm loving the products, I'd like to find out a little bit more about the business. That's the easy side when it's very natural. Other times, it's me really focusing always on helping all of my customers thrive for free. And so every single time I bring on a new customer, I say, okay, so now that you're on these products and in a couple weeks, you're going to be loving them, you're going to be feeling all these wonderful results, we're going to work on getting you to thrive for free. And what does that look like? That means I am going to help you enroll your 2 customer referrals so that you can get your products for free. So all you need to do is be sharing what you're loving, which you're probably already going to do, because if you're loving something, it's what we do naturally, with your friends. And as they show any signs of interest, you can bring them into a 3-way chat with me. And so I'm making it really easy for my customers to think about building a business mentally, right? I'm saying, like, I'm going to help you thrive for free, so there's no pressure on them. Again, like giving them an out, like they don't have to. You can pay forever if you want. And as I'm showing them how to do this, then it's a very natural conversation to be like, so, you know, they're going to get their customer referrals. And I'm going to say, I love that you're thriving for free, but I also don't want to take your commissions away from you. I mean, this is how I build my business. I help people get on the products, and then I help them to find other people they can share them with and build their business. And I have a whole system and team that I can plug people into that duplicates. Would you want to take a look at that so that you can not only get your products for free, but you can earn some money off of this as well. So when you're helping them to see how easy it is to build a business, and it's not, how simple. It's not easy. I'm not going to lie and tell you guys that running your own business is easy, but you can make it simple for them. You can make the process simple so that they can see, this is how I would do it. I would just do what she's doing. And even using words with people as, all I do is this.
Oh, I love that.
All I do is this. Like when people are like, well, but Lindsay, I can't do Facebook Lives. I can't do that. All I do to enroll customers in my business is either A, share a sample with them, B, invite them to a team call, or, set them up with an account and share some of the information about the products with them. All I do is that. All the other stuff is things that I enjoy doing for marketing. But this is how I'm building this business. And so people can wrap their heads around that more easily. So they're not like, well, I don't have time to do what you're doing. I don't stay home, so I can't do Facebook Lives every day of my life. I'm scared of the camera. I can't get on there, and I don't do Facebook Lives every day of my life. You guys see, I do them like once a week. Just repurpose my content everywhere.
And you guys, if you didn't catch that, write that down. I have a whole system and team that duplicates that process. That is money, because you are taking what we have already created and you are positioning it as your own thing. And so you're taking that success and borrowing it, but it's yours because you're on our team. So utilize that, promote that, be talking about that. Like I don't even know, unless it's like some big thing like Daniel, Liza, of anyone that's really duplicating like we are. So talk about that, because that's the thing people are missing in their businesses, and they know that. Their uplines haven't given them tools. They freaking don't know what they're doing. They're not confident bringing people on. So for Lindsay to say, all I do is this, we already have that in place. You just plug into it. It gets people thinking, oh, I can do that. And the three-way chats. Ask yourself, have I been putting people in three-way chats? Of course, you'll get up and running and won't need to as much. But when you do a three-way chat with that person, they start to see that they're not alone. You're not alone. And they're like, oh, I would just get her to help me? Cool, I can do this. So I love how you said that, Lindsay. So awesome. And pretty freaking sweet. You rock. Thank you. So I'm going to bring it home with a couple things here. So I'm going to tell you guys the 3 things that I see when people are strong recruiters and they're recruiting more than anybody else. And this is just for all the work I've done with working with different people, boot camps, private coaching I've done. Just in my short 2 years of being in network marketing, I've worked with a lot of people. So here's the 3 themes I've seen, and then I'll tell you specifics for myself. The 3 things I'll see is that number 1 is that the people who recruit the most, they talk to more people. Just yesterday, there's a girl on our team who's brand new. I don't even think she's gotten her first customer yet. She's in a Facebook group and someone was talking about keto and she commented, oh, well, I actually, I just started following this meal plan. It's really been helping me. Let me know if you want it. 36 people commented that they wanted the meal plan, and she's putting them into Rockin' the Fab Life, tagging them on the meal plan and inviting them to the Clean Living Challenge and saying, oh, by the way, in the videos, if you see anyone mentioning anything about the supplements, I actually am a brand influencer, so let me know and I'll get you more info. Just drop your email, because this is a messenger. Drop me your email and I'll get you more info on those supplements. Like, she knows nothing about marketing. She knows nothing about Facebook Lives. She's brand spanking new. So like Lindsay said, you don't know when that's going to happen. That's super organic, but she was in the group. She was reading the post. She saw like, oh, I have a tool that it's not her meal plan, right? But she saw a tool that she could offer to people. So get in those groups and have those conversations like she talked about. But the follow challenge was for 5 days. You're going to make that part of your DMO now. It's something you do every day. You're following new people. Missy has been following people, using that for a while, you guys. She's getting 10 to 20 new requests for her to be their friend a day. 10 to 20 a day. I mean, she is crushing it with how fast she's growing her friends list. And she's going to talk about that in the team call on Monday night, okay? So having more conversations, commenting on people's posts, creating your friends list so you can go through and comment on their stuff, engaging back when people comment on your things. It's just being active. It's give and take. If you just go on social media and you go around and take, meaning you just post and you just, grab it all, it's one way. But if you can go around and give and interact with people's stuff, the more you give, the more you're going to get back. The second thing is that they share more. They find ways to work it in. It could be as simple as like Lindsay said, hey, I don't know if I ever had told you this before, but I actually, this year, I actually partnered up with a health and wellness company. I'm super pumped. I'm just getting the word out to my friends to let them know what I'm doing. So far it's helped me with this, but this is what else it can help with. Let me know if you know anyone who would like to have more energy and lose some weight. Oh, well, that's 99% of the population. There's like one tree hugger in like Oregon that doesn't need that, I guess. So it's going to be everybody, right? So they're like, oh, yeah, of course I know people like that. You can't be afraid to share this stuff. You guys, Thrive has given me my life back. Like I no longer am fearful that little scary wave of depression is going to come on. You know, we can't make medical claims, but my world on a day-to-day basis has changed forever. Like I am so free now. Like I know for sure my afternoons, I don't have to worry about like that scary lull that I always had where it was like, I want everybody to feel awesome. I want everybody to have energy, you know? And like the opportunity of the business side, I know this is the best option out there. Like the three things that we have with the product, the comp plan, and the people and the team and our systems, I feel so confident what we have. I would put it up against anybody. Even those like bigger things out there, we still have that human touch with our people. We're still here in the trenches with you guys. So you have to just be so proud of what you have that you want everybody to know about it. You know, if you guys are like so passionate and so excited about it, then we need to figure something out. You need to love those products. And if you don't love the products, talk to your upline. You're not going to get tasered. Like just be like, hey, look, I am hearing all these stories that you all have more energy. You all have more, you're losing weight. I'm not feeling so awesome on it yet. Then let's troubleshoot and figure it out because you have to love your product. You really do. Or if you can't take it, like we have one person on our team, she just can't. Her husband freaking loves it and she's selling the crap out of the stuff. So you don't have to physically, it doesn't have to be you, but you have to be right next to that success and be so excited. Work it in. Don't be shy. Share with everybody. The third thing that they do is that they add more value than anybody else. And you do not have to be a strong influencer doing Facebook Lives like Kristen, Lindsay, and I. You do not. Deidre is a great example that she was in that group last night. She added value to that group. She added value to that post about, hey, I've got a meal plan that's really been working for me. Would you like me to get it to you? She added value to the conversation and got 36 leads, people. So let me share with you a couple people that have joined our team and how it came to be. So there's a girl, I won't say names, but these are real people on our team that have signed up. Okay, one girl asked me to look at her video inside of her other company. I met her in a previous company. She said, could I watch her video and give her feedback? Do you think I wanted to watch her 10-minute video that wasn't really awesome? I did not want to watch her 10-minute video that wasn't really awesome. It was really late at night, but I said, you know what? I'm going to watch her video that's not awesome, and I'm going to tell her how to go be more awesome. She joined our team. Another girl said, help me with my group. All these people are coming in, stealing my content. I said, don't let other people in your company freaking in your group. It's your group, because it was people that are not in her team. I said, stop. This is what you need to do with your group. She restructured her group, and guess what? She joined our team. Another girl called me and said, I am in like 3 different direct sales companies, and I am an entrepreneur. She owns her own business. She goes, I'm not making traction anywhere. And I said, here's what you need to do. And I said, get focused on this, this, and this. Go do that and let me know. She comes back 2 weeks later. She's like, it's definitely helping. She's like, but can you tell me more about what you want to do? Because I like the idea of having you coach me. And she ended up joining our team. This is totally random, but a friend of mine decided she was going to sell her company and wanted to see, like, she's just networking with everyone. I put her on a call with Beth. And she said, the girl said, I'm just kind of exploring. And I go, look, I think direct sales is awesome. I think you should look at it, because she'd never done it. She got a 3-way chat with Beth. They got on the phone, and she ended up being one of my first 4Ks in January. Like, had never done direct sales before. Lindsay's on here, but Lindsay loved the idea of us building the culture and the community we always wanted. And she loved the idea of automation. Lindsay's the lazy marketer, she calls herself proudly. But she loved that idea. Like, she was about to quit network marketing. But I said, look, the value, right? What value could I offer to Lindsay's life? I could partner up with her, and I could create something that was ours the way that we wanted it, but the automation, right? The duplication. And that added value to what she was drawn to that. And Terry's on here, and Terry jokes around that she's like, I freaking signed up to get your trainings. You guys, use that. Show somebody a video of Lindsay or Kristen and I, us teaching on social media. Share our stuff. And when you're talking to someone, say, hey, this is my upline Lindsay. This is my upline Kristen. If If we're not your direct upline, say it anyway. This is my upline. She's one of the leaders on my team. I thought this video would help you. Do you guys see what I just said? She's on my team. I get all of her trainings for free. But here's one of her freebies that anybody can have. But gosh, you should see her workshops and boot camps. They're amazing. I get all her stuff for free. It's awesome. But here, check this out. That will perk up to people. They'll be like, wait, what? That person could train me? Okay. People are so freaking lost, and not to be rude, but like, and uplines are not awesome. Like, they just aren't. They just don't know what they're doing, but we do. So use us to your advantage. Be proud of that. Share that with people. Like, don't hide it. So I'm going to give you guys permission to kind of HOE us out. Like, just be like, this is what we got. Our team is on fire. We are great. We have systems in place to help you. And you just basically tell them, let me mute everybody. You just tell them what we've got going on, and you take ownership for it because you are a part of it. And that's what you offer by plugging these people into what you have. Does that make sense? So it's like kind of until you get your wings, you're gonna be, you're gonna be with us. It's that tandem parachuting, like skydiving. You're gonna be with us until you can fly your own wings. And we want that for you. That's why we're so dedicated and committed to doing trainings like this, because we want to help you guys be successful. Okay. Let me look at the chat really quick. Terry totally used me, and I'm okay with it. It's worked out to our benefit. So when someone says they want to take a look at what we do, great question. What you always do is you can say, oh yeah, I'll connect you with Kimberly. I'll connect you with Lindsay, whoever. She's so great. Like, I just want you to meet her. Like, no strings attached. I'd love for you to meet her. Get us on a chat. Let's chat it up. Invite them to our team call. And what I say to people is, you know what? Come be a fly on the wall. Come to our team call, because then you can see what we're all about and get a feel for the culture of our community. Our success rate is over 90% of the people who hop on and they end up joining. Like, that's very, very high. So we are more than happy and willing to have you invite people that are promoter prospects onto our team call. That's a really good question, Sarah. Yes, you got all of us as a bonus. I mean, come on. And we're like, guys, there's so much more automation coming. Like, you just wait. Lindsay's redoing the bot right now. It's going to be just like all aligned with how we teach. Like, there's so many things that we're putting into play for you guys. Yes, invite them to a call. Absolutely. Okay, so we wanted to make this short and sweet, but you know us, we just get on our soapboxes and we just want to tell you everything that we know. But again, I want to just say that I'm so proud of you guys for putting in that activity and doing the work to do the challenge, because it was a challenge. I know you had to get on your computer and do your thing, but don't stop there. Keep it going, right? Keep going with it. And there's 17 people on this call right now at 3 o'clock my time in the afternoon. We're committed. You guys are hardcore. You guys are committed. The learning curve is high, but if you put in the work, you put in the time, you don't give up, you don't let your mind overcome and get in your way, and you just keep pushing forward, you will develop the skill sets. And a year from now, you guys are going to be teaching this webinar for your people. All right? So you guys have an awesome rest of the day. I'm going to go pick up my chillins, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.